Harry Sisson, this goofy, artificially propped up TikTok weasel, made an appearance on Piers Morgan's show where he completely embarrassed himself.
Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to answer.
How many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the legal? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least 2. At least 2. That satisfies.
Well, how many more other than male, female?
That's a TikTok answer.
No, there's at least 2.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
Harry, let's try it this way. You're a female. What is the other gender?
It's so funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and there's no problem.
Question.
You've just been asked a very simple question, Harry.
Conversation with Piers, not you, Mr. Comover. Relax,
Harry, you simply got asked if there are at least 2 genders. How many more are there than male and female? No,
I'm asking you a question. They're screaming their faces off.
I'm asking you.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I'm
Harry,
asking you.
Oh, God, this child.
And Piers,
I'm asking you, Harry,
Piers,
how many genders
and I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how many genders are there?
2. There are at least 2.
I've got
More
this.
or less than 100.
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
for Brother
Cornell,
Harry?
answer the question.
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because
7?
Brother Harry trying to
Yes,
hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sizes of human beings, all made in the image of a God that has a dignity and a sanctity. And if you're going to try to start demonizing precious trans folk, then I'm going to be fighting one.
Donald Trump says specifically, Harry, there are 2 genders, male and female, that's it. You think there are at least 2, which normally means there are more than 2. So what are the others?
Interpret as you will, but I think that executive order is stupid.
Tell me, what are the others?
I've given you my answer.
What are the others?
Baby.
You can interpret that as you will.
What are the other genders?
You guys can run wild with interpretations here. I'm telling you my answer is at least 2.
This is why I hate TikTok babies.
Wait, Harry, when you say there are at least 2 genders...
Be quiet. Ted Cruz's buddy over here with the comb-over needs to be quiet.
Is Piers talking to you?
I
simply want to know, Harry, what you mean by at least 2 genders.
I'm saying at least 2.
What does that mean?
At least there are. What do you? What's the? I'm not sure what you're confused
about. Does that
about.
mean there are more than 2, or there are 2?
There's at a minimum 2.
This is exactly why the Democrats on these issues got themselves into so much difficulty.
You guys are such
because they
losers.
literally cannot explain what they're talking about.
For a guy who sits in front of a camera nonstop posting to TikTok, he is remarkably terrible at being on camera. His insults don't land at all, partially because he can't even stand on his own 2 feet with his own beliefs. If you're afraid to answer a simple question like, how many genders are there, everything else falls apart. Just tell us what you think. But he's not answering it because there's the answer he has to give to appease his crazy leftist followers, but if he provides that, he opens himself up to getting demolished on this show. Therefore, he must not answer the question. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence when you can't even espouse your own personal beliefs, does it? I think people ought to stop getting political advice from twinks with no life experience and no hardship to speak of. But let me offer this advice to Harry. Stop drinking the Soylent, hit the gym, and study Scott Jennings to understand how to better handle a debate when you might be getting outnumbered. I don't want to see an effort so embarrassing like this again. Actually, I do.